Meet Mike. Like anyone starting a new endeavor, whether it's learning to code, building a business, or finally picking up that guitar, he's got a clear picture in his head. He imagines effortless mastery, a booming audience, and flawless execution. His optimism is running hot, and the end goal feels entirely within reach. So he dives right in. He commits to the process, does the heavy lifting, and pours his initial energy into getting things off the ground. For the first few weeks, the effort is relentless. He shows up every single day, does the reps, and maintains the routine. But if you look at the surface of the soil, there is nothing. It looks exactly the same as day one. Eventually, that initial rush of motivation starts to wear off. The weather gets a bit gloomier, the routine starts feeling like a grind, and Mike finds himself staring at an empty patch of dirt, wondering if he's doing it wrong. This chart illustrates exactly what's happening. We call this the action-reward gap. The top line represents the high volume of effort going in, while the bottom line represents the visible, tangible progress coming back. When your brain expects those two lines to match, but instead perceives an absolute vacuum of results, it triggers an alarm. We are biologically wired to conserve energy. When our minds don't see immediate proof that a heavy expenditure of effort is working, the default survival response is to simply stop. We confuse the absence of visual evidence with a total absence of progress. While the surface of the soil remains completely unchanged, the world beneath the soil is a site of high-speed construction. The seed has already cracked open, pushing massive, energetic pathways deep into the earth. In biology, this is the rule of the foundation. Before any organism can afford the luxury of growing upward into the sunlight, it has to construct a secure anchor system to survive the elements. This animation maps the seed's energy distribution. 100% of internal resources flow downward into a geometric web. If it pushed a sprout up before this web is finished, lacking structural stability, the new growth instantly collapses. Calling this phase waiting misses what's actually happening. The organism is performing its most difficult, energy-intensive labor right now. That exact same invisible labor happens inside our heads. When you practice a new skill and feel like you're getting nowhere, your brain is busy building a physical internal architecture. Every time you practice a skill, your brain wraps that specific neural fiber in myelin, an electrical insulation. Compared to an uninsulated pathway, signals zip through thick myelin at high speed, turning conscious effort into automatic habit. The catch is that you cannot feel your myelin thickening. You only feel the frustration of the failed attempts. Because our internal feedback loop remains silent during this buildup, we rely on mentors or coaches, external guides who can see the progress we literally cannot perceive yet. That external regulation acts as a bridge. It keeps us watering the soil, providing the necessary daily care until those internal neural roots are finally capable of supporting real-world results. Eventually, the internal architecture hits a critical threshold. The root structure becomes dense enough to handle the demands of the surface world, and that is exactly when the sprout shatters the surface. The growth that felt impossible for weeks suddenly manifests. We can track this exact moment mathematically. This chart visualizes exponential growth. The line stays agonizingly flat while the foundation is being poured, but once that threshold is crossed, the growth rate accelerates upward in a massive vertical spike. Notice that the horizontal section, the phase we call invisible work, takes up the vast majority of the timeline. It requires the most patience, but it is the prerequisite fuel for that vertical spike, known as the compound effect. With the root system securely in place, the plant is free to pull in heavy nutrients and expand, quickly branching into a dense, towering canopy. Visible success is the delayed revelation of years of structural preparation. Patience and daily maintenance turn hidden foundations into undeniable results.